Coming up, a preview of tonight's presidential debate.
And local candidates attend an event to meet the voters face-to-face. Your News Valdosta starts now. Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Samuel Logan.
And I'm Valencia Williams. And just when you thought the political campaign was heating up, it shifts into a new gear tonight. If you are still not sure how you intend on voting on November 6th, the first debate of the presidential election cycle is tonight between current President Barack Obama and the presidential Republican hopeful Mitt Romney. Moderator Jim Lair, host of News Hour on PBS, will ask questions about domestic policy issues. The debate will be broken into 6 segments of about 15 minutes each. The debate airs tonight live from Denver, Colorado at 9.
Approximately 200 people attended the Meet the Candidates event hosted by the Valdosta Lowndes County Chamber of Commerce last night at VSU's Continuing Education Building. 15 local candidates met with the voters to address their questions and concerns. The meet and greet period lasted about an hour before the candidates took the stage. Each spoke for 3 minutes to explain why he or she is the better candidate. Issues discussed include public transportation, state-funded charter schools, and the upcoming Splash vote. This is the 3rd time that the Chamber of Commerce has provided this forum. If you could not attend the event, you will have another opportunity on October 16th at the Rainwater Conference Center.
According to a recent Rasmussen poll, 49% of voters feel that America is not as strong as it was 4 years ago. 29% feel it is stronger. Other poll results show that the race for president is a statistical dead heat, especially in swing states like New Mexico, Colorado, and Florida.
Political ad campaigns have been heating up this cycle, and not of them have been kosher. The Jewish Council for Education in support of President Obama has released 2 campaign videos. The ad shows Sarah Silverman and Samuel L. Jackson using profane humor to appeal to voters. Sarah Silverman says a student ID is not an acceptable form of identification, but a gun permit is, so she advocates getting Granny a gun. Samuel L. Jackson uses profanity in a phrase telling voters to wake up to re-elect President Obama.
Casey Anthony's attorney wants his client's defamation trial moved, claiming she cannot get a fair jury trial in Orange County, Florida. Zenaida Gonzalez is suing Anthony for defamation. She claims she was harassed and threatened after Anthony came up with a fictitious nanny named Zenaida Gonzalez Fernandez, also known as Zanny the Nanny. Anthony accused the fictitious nanny of kidnapping her daughter, Kaylee. Gonzalez's lawyer says the change of venue motion is only an attempt by Anthony to delay the trial. A hearing on the request is set for October 30th.
A new study shows that child abuse is on the rise. In this 12-year study, researchers for the Kids and Patient Database says that head trauma and abuse fractures have increased nearly 5%. Dr. John Leventhal of the Yale School of Medicine says that most abuse cases are related to the stress and encourages parents to walk away from their child if they are upset. If you know a child that may be abused or neglected, please call Valdosta Child Services.
Coming up, you might want to check twice before sitting down with that bucket of popcorn for a movie night.
And Florida cops are searching for a woman who swam with a manatee. We'll have details when we come back.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
Look, he's blushing.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
In consumer news today, we have an update on 2 food recalls, popcorn and peanut butter. The latest peanut butter recall has now expanded to include 101 products of various brands. Brands include Target, Archer Farms, Earth Balance, Fresh and Easy, Late July, Joseph's, Natural Value, and Sunland. The recall came after consumers began to fall ill with salmonella poisoning between June and September. Through the 30 salmonella cases across 19 states were related to only one brand, the recall now includes brands that may have been packaged on the same equipment as Trader Joe's.
According to the Food and Drug Administration, bags of Dale and Thomas popcorn ready-to-eat Indiana brand products have been recalled due to contamination of Listeria monocotygens. This is a bacterium causing an illness called listeriosis, which is infectious to humans. Young children, the elderly, pregnant women, and people with a weakened immune system may experience severe headaches, high fever, nausea, abdominal pain, and diarrhea.
A local murder case finally made its way to trial this week. Wayne Dean Luberta stands accused of murdering his wife a year ago. Authorities discovered the body of Maria Luberta in the closet of the master bedroom. Her head had been wrapped in a garbage bag. The cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head. Luberta also stands accused of concealing the death and tampering with evidence.
Authorities in Florida are searching for this unidentified woman who was pictured apparently trying to ride a manatee. The picture was taken while she was on a beach near Tampa. Her actions violate the Florida Manatee Sanctuary Act that says people are not allowed to interfere with the animals. A violation of this act is a second-degree misdemeanor.
Millions of new iPhone 5 owners have reported that a burst of purple shows up in their pictures when a strong source of light is present. Some speculate the problem is caused by the sapphire cover that Apple added to the phone's camera. Apple says the flare is considered normal behavior for the iPhone 5 and recommends angling the camera away from the bright light source when taking pictures. Other complaints have ranged from its aluminum casing scratching easily to light leaking from openings on the phone.
Taking a look at your local weather. Today will bring isolated thunderstorms throughout the day with a high in the mid-80s. Tonight, expect more rain and a low near 68. Tomorrow, there will be scattered thunderstorms with a high of 82.
Coming up, a look at Fire Prevention Month.
And Johns Hopkins has discovered a way to help some cancer patients. Stay with us.
Seven 7,000 high school students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. I'm Valencia Williams.
And I'm Samuel Logan. In medical news, it's too bad Johns Hopkins wasn't around when Vincent van Gogh needed them. They have recently grown an ear on an arm of a cancer patient. Sherry Walter had skin cancer on her ear, so it had to be removed. Doctors at Johns Hopkins were able to fashion an ear from cartilage in other areas of her body, but they were not satisfied with how it looked. They decided it needed more skin. So they embedded it in her arm, and after 4 months, what appeared to be a normal ear grew in her forearm. It has now been put in the place of the original. The ear is not just cosmetic. The doctors were able to make it a functioning ear and restore her hearing.
Bacon, anyone? Not for this farmer. Authorities in Oregon are puzzled as to how Terry Vance Garner, a 70-year-old local farmer, was eaten by his own hogs. Garner went to feed his hogs early Tuesday morning, and after not returning for a few hours, a family member went to check on him, where they located his dentures and a few remains in the pig enclosure. Investigators are considering foul play, but the actual cause has not been determined.
Would you or your kids know what to do if a fire started in your home? National Prevention Week is October 7th through 13th. News Valdosta's Shalonda Martin has more on what you can do in an emergency.
This year's theme for National Fire Prevention Week is to have two ways out. Many families should have more than one escape option for each room of their home. If the first option falls through, move on quickly to the second option.
Talk to them about the job of being a firefighter so that kids won't be afraid if they're ever involved in a fire, try to hide from firefighters, because we do look like monsters when we have all that gear on, and it's kind of scary to a small child. So we try to acclimate those children to what we look like with our gear on.
Smoke detectors can help when a fire's location is unknown, and families should check smoke detectors monthly to make sure they're working properly, and replace batteries annually.
Something as simple as grease on the stove. Too many people are injured every year trying to take a burning pan of grease outside. The smart thing to do is to leave that grease on the stove, take a cookie sheet or some large lid, and easily slide it over the flames and smother it out.
Avoid risky settings by not leaving appliances like irons and covered lamps unattended.
Fire safety is everyone's responsibility. Having a plan is the first step in becoming aware. Be safe and think smart. With News Valdosta, I'm Shalonda Martin.
It's that time of year again. October is a time to carve pumpkins, party it up while listening to Monster Mash, and dropping some fake spiders into your friends' drinks. Another fun tradition is checking out the haunted houses. Wild Adventures is hosting Terror in the Wild. The show will feature new haunting attractions like Pumpkin Forest, Walk from the Crypt, and Zombie Crash. The fun starts at dusk on Friday and Saturday nights through October 27th. Go ahead, don't be scared, but just watch out for that masked man with the chainsaw.
Thanks for watching News Valdosta. I'm Samuel Logan.
And I'm Valencia Williams. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.